These are the tales and ramblings of
I
two
did those
men,
shitty taxes.
their dream of running a successful food truck business and life.
Oh,
We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This
Recording
is
in progress.
Monday Morning Food Truck.
You did your shitty taxes?
I did my shitty taxes.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delays and the time change and the other time change and the other delays and the shit show that this show is today. Skippy needed to push.
The Monday morning food truck shit show.
Skippy needed to push things to 9 o'clock, which would have been fine.
But Josh has a life.
I had to take my kids to school, and there was some new construction that I had to re-navigate. So I got back a little bit late, didn't have a time to get everything set up. So in the rush to get everything set up, some things didn't go quite perfectly.
Sure.
So if you are re-listening, you found us again. Bubba was on the second recorded feed. Told me we were working on it, so I don't know if you pop back on. If you want to shoot him a message, Skippy.
Well, he's a loyal fan. I'm sure he'll find us.
Yeah. But yeah, everything should be working. If not, let us know. So, yeah.
You want to take a breath there, bud? You seem to have less hair than when I saw you 10 minutes ago.
It's more gray.
Well, either way.
Skippy, spring break week is done and over with. How was your week?
See, this was 2 weeks ago was my spring break week. They got back the beginning of April.
Really?
So we were, because I was asking my wife, because you had mentioned spring break. I'm like, hold on a second. Spring break is this week? She's like, no, it was last week. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
90% of the people on this side of the state, it was this last week.
Well, that's why West Side's the weird side.
Okay.
Anyway, my quote unquote spring break week was expensive. I had to. My wife's new to her car, which you'd think would be okay and in great running shape. I had to put a new radiator in. She had a radiator leak that was not caused by she may listen to this, she may not. She may be boycotting me after I yelled at her, but it was not caused by her driving. So that was good. You know. I was told it was a part failure, but definitely started off the week in not a good way because she had to take my truck to do her job, and I was stuck home. So I pushed my Wednesday to Thursday, and basically Thursday was great. Friday was passing my second health inspection of the year. Great. I had somebody post, come and got food, and then they posted in a 40,000 Facebook group, 40,000 member Facebook group, said go and get it, and got a lot of people who made the trek from Lansing down to Charlotte to pick it up.
Nice.
Was there Saturday for a little Easter egg hunt that I didn't really see too much of, but it was the best Saturday in my Brooklyn location, or the best day in my Brooklyn location by far. Sold out. So sold out Friday and Saturday, and yesterday was Easter Sunday. It was the most low-key Easter we've ever had. I took a nap. That was freaking great, to be honest with you. But this week is going to be very, very busy, so I'm glad I was able to take my nap while I could.
You got a busy week planned or catering?
Oh, yes. Oh, busy. 6 days this week. Vending, catering, food trucking. It's the life, bud. It's the life.
You say the words. The tone behind the words. You sound tired.
3 o'clock is early, and you know that 3 o'clock is early. These lunch shifts are for the bird. You said the other day that working by yourself is for the birds. For me, the lunch shift is for the birds. Last year I did a lot of just evening shifts or afternoon shifts or whatever, and these lunches would just be kicking my butt. What? You can't hear me again?
No, I hear you fine.
Oh, you're throwing up gang signs or whatever. Yeah, so I have to. My daughter's having a surgical procedure today. Say your prayer for her, and I'm playing the rest of the week. So yeah, where are you at? What are you doing? How's the truck?
It was a lovely week. We
You say the words, but the tone behind it.
Okay. It was spring break week. It was outside of a couple spots for us. It was a pretty freaking slow week. We also had to cancel a day. We had the loss of an employee. We had issues with the truck. Yeah, we're looking forward to this week. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're looking forward to non-spring break on the west side of Michigan a week with 70-degree weather, sunshine, and making up some sales from the first 4 weeks of the year.
There's a you glanced over the headline.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, we canceled. Oh, so yeah, we had posted a post on Facebook on our Facebook page about what weather is too bad to cancel. Because we had gone out earlier this week in what was supposed to be the storm of the century, and the following night we had a truck issue. We had to cancel the next day, so that was kind of karmatic timing there. But a bad sensor in the coolant temperature sensor caused the truck not to be able to do its startup test run. So it kicked it into limp mode as we were driving down the road to our lunch location. Yeah.
That wasn't the headline I was speaking of.
But the good news is most of the sensors have been replaced. We have another one that's showing as bad, but it's running fine, and we're going to get that one replaced in about another week. So yeah, another $1,000 into the truck.
Great, excellent. Mm-hmm. So this morning on our Facebook page, we posted about what's the worst employee experience you've had. Let's start with you.
We had some issues with some timeliness last year. Somebody that we had hired, not really on time ever, would call in 5 minutes before they were supposed to meet up with us. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had this other guy that showed up hammered, which was nice.
That's not good. How long ago was that?
Wednesday.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, Chris is no longer with us.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, hold on a second. You really buried the lead there. Woo.
No,
Chris is going to kick you in the ass on tomorrow, just so you know.
He won't listen to this for another few weeks, probably.
I'm recording it and sending it to him, just so you know.
No.
Okay.
And he's already a pretty loud and outgoing type person, so it wasn't unusual when he came onto the truck that way a little bit, and I had to leave to go shopping. But yeah, I got a message 5 minutes after I left, pretty much. He was having a hard time standing and making food, and Chris told him to go sit in his car for a little while and set it off if he needed to, and he went up to his car and left.
Okay.
And a half hour later, I got a text message saying he quit. So,
well, the food truck business isn't for everybody.
I'm gonna guess this isn't the first time this has happened.
It's possible.
Well, I'm gonna guarantee it.
Okay. All right then.
With that being said, Pam is back next week.
I love Pam.
Everybody loves Pam. Chris and I are going to be eternally grateful. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 2 more weeks. Dang it. 2 more weeks. We do have, this week is a very full week for us. We have a lot of awesome stuff happening. In my calendar transfer from the dog eating calendar to the new one, I missed a catering job that we have tomorrow for a drop-off buffet at lunch. So we have that in addition to our regular lunch location, which means I will be running lunch by myself while Chris runs the catering. So sure, it would be nice to have another person.
Well, I'm busy.
Well, and we take some of the stuff and schedule the way we do because we plan on having,
Understandable.
You have the
Sure.
staff, so
Yeah.
hey, it's all good. It'll be a really good sales day tomorrow, so I can suffer through another lunch. It'll be fine.
I love how you say suffer, and I do it every day. Anyway,
You choose
so
to.
I do absolutely.
I choose to get our customers fed faster than you. That's all.
I will guarantee our customers are fed just as fast as you, bud.
All right. We need to set up next to each other and get a line of 20 and see who gets them out first. We need to have a
Me with one person, or me with my other person.
You with one person. You said you get them out just as fast as I do.
Yeah. All right. I'll do it. Absolutely. As long as they're not ordering like 18 items at a piece.
You never know what's going to happen in a line.
True. I get that.
I mean, if you're going to cherry pick and say, okay, only water and pop.
I don't normally do water and pop, so we're okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
What else you want to talk about?
there's a lot of stuff there.
I had a week, man.
So,
yeah.
That's a great looking swing set, though.
God, I'm so sore.
It does look like there's a couple pieces left over in the picture that you sent out, but
well, it's mostly there's some.
Must have been from IKEA.
No, no, it was not from IKEA. There is no parts left over outside of some screws and things. I got a whole bag of screws that weren't listed anywhere in the instructions, like wood screws.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, all right, well, I got some wood screws now, but yeah, it was a lot of pieces.
Yeah, you picked up the Hermagordson swing set from IKEA.
Those are
the side of meatballs.
But yeah, that took all day. I got a nice tan though, so that's good. My lovely wife is sunburned.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, she's really annoyed at me already.
Well, listen. So I posted on the food truck page about changing the time, obviously. But then I asked a question. We got a couple responses. And then I think we've talked about yours in the past, but I want to talk about it again. The question was, what got you started in the food truck adventure? Our friend Nick Lodato with Twisted Street said, COVID, lost my job as a chef, food service director, sick of punching someone's clock. And then Mike Silverstein still has pretty good brisket. Mike Silverstein said, went mobile in 2001, quit my day job as a machine builder in 2003, more of a caterer than a food truck. I have a trailer. I will always make my events. I always make my events. So, what got you started? Cliff's Notes version. Start making these for breakfast?
Yeah. Calculated risk on the way back.
I get it.
What do you want to know? How I got started? Why I got started? Which one?
What got you started in your food truck adventure? Like why now? Why a year and a half or 2 or 3 years ago? Whatever it started. Just why? Just why?
4 years ago.
Whatever.
The canned answer is a lapse in judgment.
So So this your life from then on completely sucks, and you just yearn for a 9 to 5 day job,
I
don't
didn't
you?
say that. I said what got me into it was a lapse of judgment. Um, I love what I am doing 99.9% of the time. I left a really good job with really,
Yeah,
really good benefits and
pretty
air
pretty
conditioning.
quote unquote cushy, if I would say so
Oh,
myself.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, I was overcompensated for what I was doing without question. To go to, and then, yeah, to go to this where I am undercompensated for what I do in much less desirable uh, environments. So, yeah, a lapse of judgment, I think, is pretty much where you start. The other answer is from our competitive world of barbecue. We saw, I don't know, a handful of people go to food trucks. So when your ego gets a hold of you that you are beating these people that are making a run at food trucks in competition, you think, well, shit, if they can do it, I should be able to do it, right?
Nope.
I said
Nope.
should. Um, so yeah, it's always been in the back of my thought from time to time of that, but yeah, I never wanted to be on a truck, so a cramped space and hot and standing all day, and so yeah, it was. I talked myself out of it. So my mom died, and life is short, and why have regrets?
You just kind of go with it.
Yeah. So yeah, here we are,
Yeah.
living the dream.
Um,
You, sir?
uh, like you said, lapse in judgment, but mine was kind of I
Hey, I tried talking you out of it, for the record.
no, it's actually not for not that type of lapse in judgment. Um, I was in the mortgage business for 15 years. Uh, I'll tell you what, in a W-2 job, the best feeling you can ever get is making enough where they stop taking Social Security tax out of you. And I did that 1 year, and uh, so I made good money. It seems like after that I made shitty money, and I was tired of people controlling my paycheck. Like I've been on commission for well ever, so I moved from Dearborn to Jackson. Probably was a mistake, but we're trying to make the best of it, and was supposed to start this with somebody else that didn't work. It didn't work out. Sometimes friends aren't the best
Who were
business
you going to do a
partners.
podcast with?
Not you, not you,
Clearly,
not
you said
this.
somebody else. Oh, you mean the
No,
food truck? Okay, never mind. Continue.
yeah. Um, almost ruined our friendship, but we've gotten past it. And I had a trailer that I basically went and bought, and I'm like, well, I don't have money to compete, so I might as well use it for something else. And the Skippy Empire was born. So I say lapse in judgment is working for maybe leaving comfortable jobs like you did, um, to pursue other jobs that weren't as didn't end up being as comfortable. Probably should have just stuck it out where I was, but uh, yeah, just take a risk. That's what I did. So far, it's okay. Just did my taxes yesterday. Hate my life for that, but somehow I showed a profit. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Damn it. Oh, it's because I still had those W-2s on there. Okay, now I understand. Anyway, yeah. So, and the funny thing is, my wife and I became entrepreneurs basically the same month, same year, and neither one of us have looked back. She complains more than I do, but that's fine. So, yeah, I like to hear how people started their business. I believe Oh, I posted. You saw. I assume you saw. I posted my trailer walkthrough. What'd you think? Did you take a look at the video? Oh, Jesus! I can't hear you now.
I muted my microphone
Oh,
because my everything was picking up on the microphone, so I just muted. Sorry, buddy. Love you.
anyway, did you take a look at my trailer walkthrough? Jesus H.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember it. Is all.
Anyway, okay, so let's forget about that.
No, it was fine. Yeah, it was good. It was a nice trailer.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bud.
that sandwich cup
I
table
actually
was
think I thanked you in
on
it. You
point.
probably didn't even hear it.
Yes, you did thank me, and I appreciate that. Glad to give you things and get them out of my storage units. And I'm still pissed that it stopped beeping. That whatever sensor, it just needed a drive from one side of the state to the other for the sensor.
For anybody who doesn't, for people who don't know, the prep fridge I have in my trailer, I got from my best buddy, old pal Josh here, and because he said it was beeping and nonstop beeping, and I'm starting to think it's the ringing in his ears.
The temperature sensor on it went bad. It always thought the door was ajar or whatever, so it would beep. And I'm not the only one that heard it, so screw you.
Anyway, so he generously gave it to me, and I appreciated it. So I took it to a repair man, and he had it for a week, and plugged it in. Never heard it beep once. I've put it in my trailer now basically for a year, and I've never heard it beep once. Knock on wood.
You plugged it in at your house though, didn't you? And it beeped before you took it to the repair shop.
Shut up, dog. Yes, it did beep.
Yeah, you heard it beep too. And then for some miraculous reason, like anything else you take to get repaired, it stops whatever it's doing.
Exactly. And so far, it's knock on wood.
Yeah,
it has not beeped at all. So going back to questions, you posted a question about rain, and we did not. People must not like us in that one, but I posted it into the food truck group, and we actually got some feedback on that. I don't know if you saw it at all. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
And there are people that say they'll go out in rain. Now, more than likely, you'll go out in rain, correct?
Yeah, always. We don't have a choice because of the way and the timeline that we cook on. We start cooking the day before. So if it's forecasted that it's going to be a rainy day, we'll cook lighter because typically we're going to be slower. But we've had days at locations that are busier when it's rained.
Yeah.
So really for us, we just don't know. Having the awning on our trailer does help. But there's a lot of times when it's raining, though, that we pull it in because of wind.
Yeah. Yep.
So, while it helps, it doesn't always help. So, yeah, we will, if we have something scheduled, we always go out. And that's what was it Mike? Not Mike. Who was it?
Hold on.
They said it's not worth it for us to go out, but we've made a commitment, something like that. We've only canceled one time in 15 years.
Yeah. So we had, one person, I don't even go out when it's raining. Nick, our top fan, hashtag top fan, depends on the location and how bad it is. If it's a brewery that still usually busy, we go put a QR code order flyer out. If it's a spot you just set up on the side of the road, we would cancel. Which, in all fairness, I think that makes sense. Hetzner, my opinion, it's not worth going out if it's raining, but we still show up because we said we would. In 15 years, we've only canceled once because of a blown motor. I will not go out in rain and high wind. So this topic got started between me and you because we were talking about awnings, and I found my local RV dealer will actually put an awning on the side of my trailer.
Well, that and you keep
I would
canceling every time there's a sprinkle out. So.
shut your fucking mouth. Anyway, I will go out if it's raining if I had an awning because I almost feel bad that people are just even if they got to wait a minute for their food because I'm so fast that they're still waiting to get wet. Sometimes I'll tell people just go wait in their car and I'll bring it to them. But I don't know. I just having an awning. There was times where I think I would set up a tent, but I don't like high winds. Um, I did cancel an event because winds were gusty at 30, 40 miles an hour, and driving a trailer at home just puckered me up a lot. So, not a big fan of that.
Yeah, we're more likely. I mean, in the winter, we canceled a couple of them, but in my opinion, that's way different. You know, it's because that's snowy, icy roads. That's where it's a danger to pull the trailer, in my opinion,
Yeah.
versus just getting a little wet or maybe not being as busy. But yeah, we already have the food made, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to sell it regardless.
Yeah. Can't do much with it, so I might as well try to sell it.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll go out and we'll a lot of times be bored for the day and try to make the best of it. But those are
If you
great cleaning.
so if you notice the next day, yeah, oh, absolutely. If you get time to lean, you get time to
Yeah,
clean.
I mean, we'll scrub down the whole trailer that day.
Even getting those nuts and bolts on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Sitting on the floor with a
Oh,
plastic knife and scraping around the grease around the bolts and stuff. Yeah, it's good times. But so stuff
that's
like that.
bonding. I can see why your employee quit now. Um, probably had him doing that, didn't you? Uh, no, so it was the health inspector. Speaking of that floor stuff, the health inspector's like, "So what are you doing to your floors to keep them clean?" I said, "I scrubbed the shit out of them." He's like, "Even I mean, because I really did. Like, I mean, I was scrubbing till the next trailer I get will not have diamond plate floors. I would never, never, ever." So he was asking like, what's the plan next time? I said, well, I think I'm putting a drain somewhere and just being able to mop and power wash out. But then if I power wash, it's going to get all over everything inside the trailer anyway. So,
Yep. Yeah,
and then
that's a
walk.
whole nother. I've tried power washing my porch before, and the
Yeah,
grease just goes everywhere, and it's like, well, shit. Now I got to clean the whole rest of the outside of the trailer,
exactly. And it's all nasty.
and then you just repeat the cycle over and over again.
Yeah. Um. So, what other questions did we ask? Was that it?
I don't know. Probably.
I
Probably.
know you're. I know you're having a tough day.
I'm having a good day. Today's a good day. Um, yeah, last week was rough, but um, we don't look backwards. We look forwards. Um, yeah, you had asked how ABTs went.
Yeah, I just first food truck I know to ever put those on the menu. So how'd they go?
Really well, considering how slow we were. They went really really well. Um, so there was a couple days that we ran out early during lunch, so we made up another batch for our dinner services and ran out of them again. Um, and we weren't doing a ton of them. Um,
2 for 7,
huh?
2 for 5, 2 for 7.
They were listed as 3 for 8 when we ended up being 4 for 8 because some of the jalapenos were pretty small. Because I mean, without picking through, I mean, bushels of jalapenos at Meyer or whatever, you know, you're not going to get all decent sized
Yeah,
jalapenos. And we were doing halves, so it seemed like a 4 for 8 seemed like a better value to me. But
you're all
doing,
about value.
yep, I sure am. Me and McDonald's. So
Ooh.
doing 4 for 8 was good. We were doing 8 orders for lunch typically. That's about what we were carrying, 8 to 10 orders at a time. So, yeah, I think that'll be really good going forward when we do them again at some point. So,
Awesome.
yeah, and they held better than I expected them to. So yeah, we just cooked them. So we used pre-cooked bacon. So the GFS. If you look
Yeah, I
at
know
it,
it is.
it doesn't look cooked. Yeah, it's really flimsy. So we use that to wrap them. That way we just had to crisp them up a little bit.
Yeah.
So they were on for about 40 minutes.
Did you put them in the hottest part of the pit, I take it?
Yes. And then just put them in a full pan and put them in the warming cabinet uncovered. That way they didn't continue to steam and get as mushy.
Yeah.
Let the dry air hit them and keep them a little bit better. And it worked great. They held.
Did you parboil the jalapenos or no?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Did them raw. And I just filled them with the cream cheese and wrapped them in bacon and a little bit of rub on top. Super simple. And we had one guy come back and get 2 additional orders after, came back 3 different times to get those.
So will that be a? So you're saying that'll be a menu item?
No, it'll be a special menu item.
Special, like an ongoing special.
It'll be added into the rotation. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good foray into some other things that we might want to try down the road. Getting a little bit more creative with the special menu items. We'll see.
So you're just saying that. You ever get tired of your menu? Does your menu ever just seem boring to you?
No, but yours does all the time to you.
It's a constant struggle, bud. I mean, it's a constant struggle.
I think
I don't know.
What made you happy was having a completely different menu every day.
No, I love creating. I love creating menu items. I love creating stuff like that, and it's like, I can do it for specials all day long, which is fine. But it's like now I get people asking for those items. Like we did the mini chickens or our hot chicks, and I got people asking for them all the time now. And I'm like, well, I only want to do them like once a month. And they still get stuff, but it's like I kind of want this. I don't want the specials to be their own. Like people only come just for that. I have one guy only come for chicken. Won't come for anything else.
Okay.
So it's like I'm only gonna see him once a month. I just like we did chicken quarters twice now, and I did them especially for him. And I'll tell you what, he was the only one who bought them. We got 2 of them, and I cooked like 8, but still.
It's good to have people so that wouldn't come normally, and that's kind of why you run the specials, right? Is to attract new people, and sometimes that's all they're gonna like. Like, there's some people that don't eat pork or beef, so when you throw in a chicken special or whatever, they're gonna be there,
Yeah,
so
no, that's true.
Have them come once a month than not come at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Everything on a regular menu. It's too big and too expensive for us. So the question isn't, Skippy, if you're boring. If you're boring, you're not boring. You're very exciting. If your menu gets boring to you, it's if your menu gets boring to everybody else. You're not cooking for you.
No, I know.
Just like in a competition, you're not cooking for you. Your menu's not for you. It's for them.
Oh, I know.
So unless you start hearing them say, "Huh, you got anything new coming up?" Or
Sorry, I gotta stand up. My back hurts. Pardon me.
All right, see ya. Beautiful view of a bedroom there. That's a lot of pillows. What do you do with all those?
Yeah, it's our guest bedroom, which is even funnier. I apologize. I have to change my shirt.
Why do you doing it off camera? It's a chance to go viral.
There's many reasons why I do that off the camera, bud. For the fact that we don't go viral.
There's bad viral? Is that what you're saying?
Wow, that's a grizzly bear doing a podcast.
There is already that podcast. We can't can't do that, sorry.
Oh.
Two bears.
Is that Cocaine Bear?
Two bears, one cave.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Tom Segura and Bert Kreshner.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Two bears, one cave. It's a pretty funny podcast. If you like any of those guys.
He's Bert Kreshner, something like that. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He did a song. I will not stop drinking.
He didn't do any songs.
Yeah, he did. He did a song. I said, I will never stop drinking. Or not a song. You're right. It wasn't a song. It was a bit. Whatever. My daughter got me tickets to go see Adam Sandler next Saturday or next Monday.
Where's he going to be at?
Little Caesars.
Oh, cool.
This side of the state.
I know where it is.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. Didn't know if Little Caesars made it over there yet.
Arena and not just some random Little Caesars.
Hey, you never know. It is Adam Sandler. I mean, anything's possible.
Gonna reprise Lunch Lady and be out back there serving hot and fast pizzas, hot and ready pizzas.
Yes. One of the first CDs I ever bought was his. It was great. It's a great CD.
A piece of shit car was playing when I got into an accident and totaled the car. It was my first car too, and it was my second car. But yeah, it wasn't a great car.
Makes a ton of sense now.
That album, I don't remember which album that was, but that was one of my favorites. So. Talking Goat.
No, Lunch Lady was a great one. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe. Hey now. Anyway, I don't want to sing, nor do I think I ever deserve to. Okay, so we talked menu items. Anything new in the food truck world? Like anything on your side of the state? Any new? The Grand Rapids Foodie Fest has been promoting pretty heavily. Did you get into that?
No, we are talking about the one. Oh, it's the one 4th of July weekend, I think, downtown Grand Rapids. No, we applied for it, but we are too heavy for where they're doing the food trucks at. Yeah, so they're doing the food trucks in a plaza, and there's weight restrictions in that plaza for vehicle weight.
Really?
So, yeah, we were told we could bring a tent if we wanted to, tent and tables, and they would provide electricity for warming cabinets and stuff, but yeah, we can't bring the trailer to where they're holding the food truck, so we're too heavy. Which I can't believe we're heavier than an actual food truck, but you know.
Wow.
It's pretty heavy. But
you ever taken it on a scale?
Yeah, I had to when we register it.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Empty, dry weight was like 12.
I just got a text from Bubba. Your audio is dead.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
No, actually nothing. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. I now want to vomit. Thank you.
Trying to go viral, buddy. Just trying to go viral.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I turned my mic volume quite a bit because I'm getting it really loud in my headphones.
Maybe take out your headphones?
Huh?
Maybe take out your headphones?
I like hearing myself.
You would. Oh, Bubba said for about 20 minutes now.
Yeah, I got all his stuff.
Oh, okay. He's texting me, so I don't know. I'm just saying.
He did it in the comments, and I have not had that window up.
Oh.
So,
well,
my bad.
Way to love our fans.
So maybe this has just been all you, Skippy, this time.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be something?
It's about time it's all Skippy all the time. Damn.
But probably not. I mean, I'm sure I'm not there.
Son of a bitch.
Where are you going now?
I had to get my hat back on.
Jesus criminy.
Hey, I have to start walking out the door. So.
Are you on your phone now? You said you were on your phone?
Yeah, I've been on my phone.
So you're going to take us with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
See?
So we can continue
There's my
the show
dog.
on the road.
My dog.
Mm-hmm.
She's all pretty.
That is a dog.
That's
yes.
That's my barbecue dog. Well, she's just fat like food.
Yeah, so he heard nothing of me. It was just the Skippy show, so.
Yes. It's about time. I mean,
which would explain why we only had the one listener in Bubba, so.
No, my mom is not feeling good. Just kidding. I don't know. Hi, Mom. All right, so we can't really talk more about that because nobody's going to hear you, so let's talk about me.
Now. I'm back, baby.
Oh, are you sure you're back?
Yeah, I changed the setting that I had changed before, so I turned my mic volume back up. So I'm sure Bubba can confirm that he can hear me now since he put in capitals was the Skippy show.
Oh.
So
Well,
I'm
good.
sure he's much happier now to hear me.
All right, girls. Love you. Bye.
I love you too, buddy.
It's my girls, my dogs. Yeah. So
you said stuff new over here. Yeah, we didn't get into that. There's not a whole lot. Festival. I mean, there's. So what? Skippy. Huh? Oh, we're gonna have all kinds of more audio issues now as you connect, disconnect, reconnect to Bluetooth in your truck.
Please accept my sincere apologies.
Oh. But yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot of people right now looking for food trucks for various events. Our 420 event. Oh yeah, I forgot this happened last week too. So I got a call from our.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, can hear you perfectly.
Making sure.
Our 420 event in the evening. So we have a catered lunch during the day or a corporate event during the day, and then we're going to do a dispensary in the evening. They were going to pay for our license for the city for the year, which was awesome. So I got them our application and everything sent, and then he calls me back the next day, says, I think we have to cancel because they just passed it in the ordinance this year that I now have to get permission to have food trucks from McDonald's, Burger King, Little Caesars, and whatever else. I think it was an Arby's or something like that. So he never got past his first stop at McDonald's. He said they laughed him out of the building. So, which was right across the street from the dispensary.
Oh.
So yeah, the city of Cedar Springs has added that into their ordinance of businesses now needing permission from other restaurants.
That's some shit. Okay.
So I told him that he should probably seek out the franchise owner versus whatever shift manager was in there. That he might have a little bit better luck with a franchise owner versus that. But I told him to give me a call back. I told him his spot was still. We weren't going to take him off. Just because I don't have anything else going on. And our lunch event is big enough that I was pretty sure we overbooked ourselves for the day.
Yeah.
So if we can do it, we can do it. If not, not a huge deal for us. But Bubba just posted a question. Who's already booked for the year? I would throw myself into that category. My calendar is exceptionally full.
Yeah, I mean mine's I think fuller than it was last year.
I have people asking me for weekday lunch stuff, and I don't have a spot for them. So Tuesday through Friday, lunch and dinners are 100%, 99% full. I have.
So you wouldn't cancel a spot at the gas station for a lunch request?
No. So that's different. You're talking about an employer paid event. Yeah, we'll
No,
cancel.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. Oh, I was saying either if. So if you have a new venue that wants you to come set up, non-paid,
No,
not
because
worth it to you.
I'm with a full schedule. I'm going to take what's known versus what's not known. You know,
Sure.
there's no guarantee. I know what I'm going to get at the gas station every Tuesday, pretty much, with a few exceptions. You know,
Yeah, no, I understand.
so to go to where
But you don't know what you're not gonna get at this place.
you're right, but unless they say they have 400 people at that location, you know, and they all go out to eat, or you know, you do the math. Yeah, it's a risk. I mean, we've been to large factories and stuff where we get 20 people. You know,
Yeah.
so that's going to be with as full as the schedule is. We're not going to take a big risk to go away from what a known entity to a non-known entity. And sure, yeah, that it could definitely work out. That would be better for us to do the other one, but the schedule just filled so quickly with really solid locations that have always kind of churned for us. So we're going to stick with them. But the fact that we're turning down so much stuff makes me feel pretty good about having a second trailer. You know?
True.
But yeah, we have.
Yeah, but is that only going to be for festivals though?
No, we'll fill in with other stuff. So like another business or paid lunches and stuff like that, like where they want where they want to bring out for a company picnic or something like that during the week. We'll roll that out for that and then do our regular trailer for our normal weekday stuff.
Yeah.
You know, or during open house season, you know, where we need 2 trailers in 2 different spots or whatever, you know, we can do that. So, or a big wedding that they want service off the truck. So that opens us up to be able to do service off the truck for more events that are bigger. Because right now I'm telling people, like if they want to do the full menu off the trailer, I cap them. If they want everybody fed in a certain amount of time, like an hour to an hour and a half, I'll cap them at 100 people. Just because I know how indecisive people are and how long that line can take with people that haven't had our food on a regular basis, you know? So they're sitting there looking at the whole menu, you know? But if it's like an open house where you have a 4-hour window where you're serving people and it's all just very relaxed and stuff, then yeah, we'll take as many as you want. But
Do you cap?
What's that?
Do you cap what people get at open houses? So like if they order 2 meats, 2 sides, do you cap it off at like 1 meat and 2 sides just to make sure everybody gets their stuff and then everybody can come back for seconds afterwards?
So typically what we do is we don't do any of the meats on the sides or meats alone. It's all sandwiches and entrees.
Okay.
So yeah, typically, I mean, and then we'll have people say, can I get a little bit of brisket and a little bit of pork? And we're like, all right, no problem. You know? So, yeah, we unofficially take that stuff off the menu. We won't bring ribs at all because we don't want people ordering half racks of ribs. And that's just us trying to help the party thrower try to mitigate the costs a little bit. But there's been other times too when they've asked us to keep the meat alone on the menu, and then we'll do some ribs and do like a little meat sampler type of thing, where it's like a 1/4 pound of pork, a 1/4 pound of brisket, and a bone. And for those, we'll cut them up into individual bones.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So we kind of lay out all those options to whoever is hosting the party and let them kind of decide what they want to do. But yeah, for the most part, and people are generally pretty good about it. It's a sandwich, a side, and a drink, you know, or it's a loaded mac and a drink.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode on catering because we're getting into, well, I'm not right now getting into our catering season, but May and June and July are pretty heavy for me. Just to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, we can do that all next week. But yeah, the only openings I have are not really openings. So Saturdays and Sundays, and we're kind of leaving them open for if events pop up. But coming up in the next probably few weeks, we'll start locking in those locations, and we have spots to go for those days. But we're only giving them a month at a time of availability. So
did you see any difference in your Friday location this week?
No, we didn't go. That was the one we had to cancel.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we had to cancel. I don't expect it would have been much different with it still being lentil season, because you still can't eat meat on Good Friday. So we should see an uptick this coming Friday.
It's good.
I would think. I hope.
It's good.
So.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's all good.
Everything's good.
Everything is perfect.
Yeah. We're hitting two subdivisions from last year. Called us back and booked us this year a couple times throughout the year. Once is once a month. The other one is 2 or 3 times a year. Going back to a brewery on Saturday that we haven't been to all year yet. So
good.
Oh yeah, I already said. Just did my damn taxes.
Yeah, how many times are you gonna bring that up?
Until it stops hurting.
Oh. Did
you
do any tax payments throughout the year?
No, sir, I did not.
Are you going to this year?
Maybe. Or just budget better. How about that?
Yeah. So in the eyes of the IRS, did you have a profit this year? I take it
yes.
You did. Okay.
Ish.
Well, I said this before. I think I said it before. I have a friend who works for a certain place who told me that in no uncertain terms that a new business such as mine should have a profit for the first 3 years. So
should have or have or do
should
not
not should not have. So he said, do anything you can to claim a loss their first 3 years. He said, certain.
Huh?
I
said I did. I did as much as I possibly could.
Yeah. You need to fudge more, man. Come on. Until TurboTax says you're in a cautionary state, then keep going. No, he said. What? Isn't that how you base your numbers? As long as TurboTax says I'm still green for the audit risk.
Yeah, they always ask if I want the audit protection afterwards. I'm like, cha-ching! Take my money.
Yeah. Yeah, he said a certain agency that reviews these things said they don't even bat an eye until year 4. So at year 4, you are at risk of losing your business status and getting converted back to hobby status. But yeah, he said unless it's exorbitant losses, he says it's just part of new business startup and it doesn't even raise a flag. But that was before they hired 50 million new agents, so who knows who they're coming after now?
I thought that got repealed.
Did it?
Our wonderful political establishment was. That is currently red was looking to repeal that, but I don't know if it actually did or not.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I can tell you that the previous year I showed a loss, but I realized that I may have not had things in the right column.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put stuff in this column now, and I had to write a statement on why it was 0 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that where on my spreadsheet didn't really line up with the buckets that they had, so just kind of moving things around. But it's all still there. I think for the most part, I just did a broad expenses.
Yes, mine was very broad.
Yeah. So,
But I like broad. Broad's good. Broad's good.
Yeah, I am still getting closer to the point where a CPA will be involved at some point in time soon. I think especially once we get to Trailer 2 and other ventures. So,
yeah. Well, I've been thinking more about what my next steps are. So in my town, we have an entrepreneurial lab, we'll call it, and they're working with a local credit union to provide up to, I think it's $500,000 in financing for local businesses. So you complete this workshop and you get paired up with a mentor, and you go through a boot camp, take classes, things like that to help quote unquote run your business better. At the end of the boot camp, they automatically give you like your prize, I guess. You get $2,500, and then you have access to the large up to $100,000 of financing per business.
nice.
And the credit union signed on for 5 years with this entrepreneurial lab. I guess that's the best thing I can do. It's called the Lean Rocket Lab in Jackson. I wish, and I would love to talk to them and kind of get their ideas on how other places, other cities in the U.S. can start something like this. Because everybody has the SBA, but having an entrepreneurial business center that you can walk into, and they hold workshops all the time. They have guest speakers, and it's, I think, $10 to attend a guest speaker. Now it may not be in your field, but learning from other business owners, especially successful business owners, can only make your business go better. So I do wish that other places had that. I have to assume Grand Rapids has something like that.
I would imagine so. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked, really. Man, my audio is driving me absolutely fucking batshit crazy.
What happened now?
It just keeps like going in and out of like stereo. So it sounds really good for a while, and then it gets to like I'm in a giant auditorium by myself.
Yes.
So, which is the way I like it.
So in your own ears, you're hearing all Josh all the time.
No, I hear you still, but it just sounds like it's very, the voice is very godlike.
Yeah, it is. By the time you recognize.
Thank you for listening to whatever podcast this is. I completely forgot what we were doing.
Monday morning food truck after dark.
All meat, all the time.
Okay. On that note, I had to go to Gordon's on a very. I had to spend a lot of money at Gordon's on something stupid.
Okay.
Foil. I had to buy foil.
I'm sorry.
And Sam's wasn't open.
So did you get the 1,000-foot roll? The 18?
I did not.
Okay.
I got the 500-foot roll for $75. How do they sleep at night?
I don't know.
Obviously on beds of money.
The Gordon choice foil needs to come back because that was half the price.
And this was handy foil, which is bullshit to begin with.
Yep.
But $75.
Yeah. See, and I don't like the Reynolds. I prefer, my favorite foil is the Gordon Choice, which they haven't had since last fall. I don't like the Reynolds for whatever reason. The heavy duty is too heavy duty. Like it's too thick.
Yeah.
But the standard duty is too light. And the Gordon's just kind of threaded that needle right in the middle, and it was a good price for it. So, yeah, usually you could get the 1,000-foot roll for like $70.
75. Like, I vomited on the cashier when I bought it. It was...
Oh, I was going to say use your points, but I did some math on the whole points thing. So if you collect... Your Go points?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So those that are Go Points members know that you can save all your points, and once you get to like 91,000 points, you can get a $1,000 check, which is awesome. Now, you can also use those points as cash value throughout the year. So if you get like 15,000 points, you can say, hey, use my points for this purchase. So, it's roughly 10,000 points for a $100 credit in the store. Okay. So in order to get $1,000 worth of in-store credit, you would need about 100,000 points. So the better deal is to save your points for the 91,000 to get a $1,000 cash check. Just for those that hadn't done the math and wondered which one was better. So it's better to save them, and they roll over. At least mine did roll over last year. So you don't have to cash it out before the end of the year. It'll just keep going year after year. So there you go.
And they'll just automatically send you a check, or you gotta ask?
Nope. So you go into the website under your account and you request the check once you get there. So you can save them and have like one check for like, I mean, if you use it enough, like $3,000. You know, so you could save it until you had 270,000 points and get one check for $3,000.
Gotcha.
So, we came close last year to earning 2 checks. Close.
Yeah, you love you some Gordons.
For me, it's just convenience of going one place. So, I mean,
I'm gonna stop at Costco on the way home and see if I can get a $2.99 prime brisket.
Oh, jeez, fucking Costco. They really need to get their shit together with their single prices and case prices. So I was there Friday, and I asked what the case price on briskets was, and he told me it was $3.49. I said, okay. I just figured they had gone back up a little bit because $2.99 was awfully damn cheap. And then I wander over and I look at the singles, and those are marked at $2.99, which happens pretty frequently at Costco. So unless you have a guy that's really paying attention, they won't change the price on the case for you to the cheaper price. So I asked about it one time, and the guy says, yeah, so the prices for individuals and prices for cases don't change on the same days a lot of the times. And he says sometimes they don't even hit the system for like another week or two for the cases. So always be cognizant, and if you can get the right guy, they'll change the price on the case for you to the cheaper price. So, but
well, on the flip side, Sam's Club, who sells Prime, they will, if they don't have a case in back, but they have like 5 briskets out front, they will not give you the case price if you grab all 5 briskets.
Yeah, either will Costco. I've had a guy at Costco box case up what was in the case for me. So he put them in a box and taped the box shut for me, and I got some weird fucking looks at checkout like I was trying to scam something. I was like, I swear, Mark said it was okay.
Big guy did it, damn it.
Yeah, talk to him. Yeah, that's the other thing I love about GFS is that I can grab 8 loose packages of noodles.
Yeah.
And as long as you have a full case, it'll void out your individuals and give you the case price. So why can't everybody else fucking do it?
Getting busier, I'm going to have to start buying cases of noodles again.
Yeah.
Good old cases of noodles.
Yeah. I would shop around more if I had time and energy and desire to stop at 5 different places to check prices, and 3 stores is enough for me. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, doing 6 days a week and doing service all day of those 6 days, and then having Monday where I'm still busy, you know, between
Yep.
between doing the schedule for the week and the social posts and the podcast, and oh yeah, we got to cook for the week for tomorrow too, so we got to get that going and everything else. It's just I just don't have time. So I will pay a little bit more for certain items to avoid going out and really searching for stuff. We used.
We have a better, I guess we probably have a better selection of, I guess, quote unquote, restaurant supply stores over here than you guys probably do.
Oh yeah, you guys have Restaurant Depot. We don't. So for us, it's Costco and Sam's, and I've never been a big Sam's fan. I really don't like the ones in Grand Rapids. So yeah, but I have 8 different GFS stores within 25 minutes of me.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy.
So, and they're based out of Grand Rapids, so it makes sense that they have so many. And there's one GFS in Grand Rapids that has a walk-in cooler where you can go through and look at all the cases of butts and briskets they have, and just pull them right off.
They're doing that. Yeah, they're doing that in their remodel because our store has that.
Yeah. So the one that I use, the busiest store in Grand Rapids, has been shelved for remodel for like the last 8 years. So it's the only one that hasn't been remodeled. It's where like 90%, it's like 90% commercial in there for sales.
Yeah.
And they have an empty lot directly across the street that would be perfect for them to build a new building while that one stays open. And it's I keep waiting for it to happen because if they ever got like the walk-in coolers kind of section where I could just go through and just grab cases, it would be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's much easier.
So yeah, it's
Ours carries so it's cases of briskets, cases of burger, cases of bottom round, chicken wings, leg quarters, breasts, pork, boneless and bone in.
Yeah.
Does not carry cases of ribs though.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because I haven't even really seen outside of frozen St. Louis cut ribs through GFS in a while.
Yeah. I picked up last week. I picked up because I was in the area. I picked up a case of ribs from Restaurant Depot at like St. Louis cut 2 packs, $2.49 a pound maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know what mine are a pound. I go by the rack. I go by rack price, so whatever the price is and the number of racks in it, I divide. So if I can get down to 10, it's a pretty good price. It's a really good price on ribs. So anything less than that is phenomenal. And
like 10 a rack.
Yeah, 10 a rack I'm comfortable with.
Well, for what it's worth, I think Meyer has their St. Louis on sale for each rack is like less than $10.
This week?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I know I saw pork butts on sale for $1.79, but that's not a super great price. Yeah, depending on where they're getting the ribs from, I'd be interested. The Hatfield ones, I like the flavor on the Hatfield ones, but they tend to be a little bit thinner.
At my Meyer, they've been Swift.
Okay. Yeah, all the butts I saw today were Swift butts, but I didn't see the sale on the ribs today. I wasn't really looking I had to go in for a gallon of milk, so I wasn't really paying super close attention, but excuse me.
Oh,
but yeah,
Whippers fixed the damn roads. Yay.
So yeah, we got about 3 minutes left. I'm gonna try not to go over, even though we started late. But speaking of restaurant supply stuff, I think our 2020 and 2021, we got a lot of our stuff from Webstaurant. We paid for the premium or plus or whatever the free shipping option was. It was like $100 a month to get free shipping.
Jesus.
but their shipping costs were so exorbitant that it paid for itself, the $100. My only problem with them was it was either the order memory or like your history or whatever. Like we had a hard time getting the same brand, same size container. So like all 9x9s are not shaped the same. So
Correct. Yes.
So we get one shipment would be hefties and the next one would be whatever, and they wouldn't stack right on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it got super annoying. So like I'm done with that. I can't handle it. But the prices were good. So even with the $100 per month, we were ordering enough of it that we were, I think, saving money over GFS. And by saving money, it was like $1 a sleeve of containers. I mean, it wasn't huge, but again, convenience of having it shipped and delivered was nice. It was one less thing I had to worry about getting.
So
yeah.
How many packages of 9x9s do you go through a week?
On a normal good week, we'll probably go through 10 to 12. If not, yeah. I'd say 2 a day is probably for like a decent week.
I think for you, it would probably make sense to see if you could get a Cisco account or U.S. Food or something like that, and have them deliver like those type of things to maybe your storage unit, and just have somebody leave to meet them at whatever day it is, if it's not obviously too bad, or have Pam go there before she's,
But so here's the problem with having stuff delivered, and I've run into this with both. So anything that comes in large quantity, I don't always know when they're coming. Well, it's not.
Yeah, when you work with Cisco, it's a set date. Like every Tuesday, you're going to get a delivery, and you have to order it by Friday or something.
But what time? I can't have someone sitting at the storage unit for 3 hours waiting for Cisco to show up because I have a delivery window of 3 hours.
True. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, even when I worked at McDonald's, where we had a set time of trucks came in at 7:00. There's days where just shit goes weird or whatever that it's not there until 8:30. So for me to have someone just sitting waiting, it just isn't worth it. So I get shit sent to my house and then I run it out to storage, which isn't a big deal. It's 5 minutes away. And I'm not worried about people stealing stuff from the front of my garage. It would be a bigger issue when somebody else can't pull into the garage when they get home if they get there before me. So, but yeah, we've asked for to be notified with like our charcoal shipments, like the day that morning of. Just let us know you're coming that day give us a window.
Yeah.
And every time, because I have to sign for it. Every time I get a phone call from them in my driveway. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's here. You're right. We're working. Let me drop everything and run out there. So,
did you order the pallet yet?
No. Nope. There have been too many other unexpected expenses, so we're still slumming it with Cowboy / GFS. Which we used Cowboy for over a year one year. Here's what I don't like about Cowboy. It really isn't that awful. It really isn't that bad of a charcoal. But it is super, super smoky.
Yeah, probably.
It's very campfire. Yeah, it's very campfirey. Which I don't mind. Like, it's not a bad flavor on the food, but when I open the chute to fill it, like, you get this little billow of smoke that comes up, and it smells like I've been out camping for a weekend. After just fill. Oh yeah, it's awful. Like, and I don't get that with like Fogo at all, or even the GFS Royal Oak isn't as bad, But for whatever reason, that smoke that comes out of there just sticks to me. And I
That's
like have
weird
to
because it's made by Royal Oak too.
No, that's
Oh,
that
Frontier. Frontier is made by Royal Oak.
Frontier is Royal Oak. I don't. I don't remember who it is, but it's got the name on the bag. But anyways, yeah, that one is like I go in, shower, and then at 9 o'clock I go out to fill the chute just to make sure we're good, and I come back in and she's like, "God, you smell." I was like, "God damn it."
So you always have your smoker going. So I know I don't want to run over. Sorry, but last question.
Okay.
You always have your smoker going.
Yep.
I don't. My smoker is pretty much shut down when I leave, and if anything, it's just like residual charcoal in it. I get so many people come up and say, "Man, it smells so good out here." I'm like, "Yeah, it does."
I
was like, I guess I can smell it coming from the inside, from the warmer, or from the steam table, or whatever.
Absolutely.
It's
I'm so nose blind to it all. The only time I ever smell it, outside of like the first week we're open, is when something's wrong. Like I'll pick up when something like a burnt sugar type of smell, like a package, the package opened on a ribs or whatever. Like I will pick up on that in a heartbeat. But if everything's going well, I don't smell anything.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I don't smell it like they do, but they just everybody comes up, man, it smells so good. I'm like, well, Jimmy John's has been using smell cells for years. Might as well push it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I tell everybody I'll take their word for it because it's like I can't smell anything. But I'm glad that you like it. And welcome. All right.
Just say thanks.
Yep. Good
right.
week. Sorry again,
Shut
everybody,
the shit down.
for the technical difficulties. Yeah, we're still learning.
We're looking at hiring a director for food.
We are?
Technology director. We'll give them food. You do have to live in Josh's basement, though.
Well, yeah, and then I have to give them food. This works out very well for you.
Just saying.
All right, everybody. Skippy, good luck with the surgery. I know it's not you, but tell your daughter good luck. I'm sure everything will be fine. You have a wonderful week. Enjoy the sun and all the people that are coming.
80 by Thursday. Let's go.
That's right. And then 50s next week. But we'll take it this week 100%. Anyways, everybody have a good week. We'll talk to y'all soon. Hit us up on all the social medias. Let us know what you want to hear about next week besides being on time. See you, everybody. Have a good one.